today he's going to talk about his story, Spring Cleaning.
The script that Deanna gave me included a question she was going to ask me, and without that I'm entirely lost. The question was, did writing Spring Cleaning and your other memoirs, did that help you prepare to write your historical fiction? And the answer is absolutely yes. After the third time I retired from business writing, I decided to take creative writing seriously. And in some ways, of course, it's just fiction in a different form. It's a more decorative fiction than one uses in business writing. But like many of us in this group, I started out writing memoirs. My own hope was that I would just engross my grandchildren in the fascinating life of their distinguished ancestor, but not a page was cracked until I came up with the idea of including towards the end of each story a secret code to where my will was hid. And now it is favorite bedtime reading. So that took me back to the history of my native land, Cornwall, about which I gave a lecture. And I talked to one of the very distinguished members of this group, Barry Rout, who is here. Barry, you should stand and take some applause. I said to Barry, what should I write about next? He said, well, you love history and you love your native Cornwall. How about historic fiction set in Cornwall? So I was very easily persuaded and set right to work. And here it is. And it's been an absolute joy. 5 years in the research and the writing, and of those 5, perhaps 3 was in the rewriting, which is not something I'd expected. Another wonderful member of this group, who's not with us, I don't think, today, Mo Conlon, who is a very experienced editor, retired from the old Cincinnati Post-Time-Star. She said to me, I think your book has a little promise. It just needs some burnishing, and we need to make it shorter. So burnishing resulted in 3 more major rewrites, with me kicking and screaming to keep in some wonderful stuff that I thought was most interesting and she thought slowed down the story, and adding 25,000 words. But we got it out, and I have to say that the experience of writing memoirs, to come back to Deanna's question, writing memoirs got me thinking about my early life and about this amazing place, Cornwall, with its Celtic mystique and its history wreathed in the past. How that influenced my outlook and my experience and my knowledge, and how that could be woven into the story and woven into the characters. Many people have asked, where did the characters come from? Of course, the historical characters, they're obvious, although the more famous ones have much more written about them than the less famous ones, and the famous ones had more taken out by the editor than the less famous ones as a result. But the fictional characters were basically friends and neighbors, and in particular people said, how is it that you can write about such strong women? I'd just like to answer that by saying, my sisters described our mother as having a whim of steel.
Thanks. You want to say anything about spring cleaning?
Not